Okay, so I wanted to do a quick review of the Vodafone Smart for 6, which I got for £20. It was advertised for £18 in the shop, and it came with some stupid £10 top-up thing with Vodafone, which, I mean, you don't get the credit, so it was pathetic. It was automatically used for a month, unlimited free text, and I already had that on my other phone anyway, and unlimited internet, but I was just using the Wi-Fi in the house, so it's kind of a bit shitty for that. But I mean, for £20 for a smartphone, I thought that'd be ideal. Maybe I should have got a tablet, because the main reason I bought it was because I accidentally applied for Onion Force code, which wasn't on Steam. It was just Google Play thing for phones or Android devices, which you can't use on Google Chrome, which is stupid. I mean, if you could play them on the computer, that'd be ideal. But because it just crashed anyway, trying to play it, I mean, the most speedrunning you could do is just about get to the end of the tutorial level, but it would crash before you even complete it, so, the phone is a bit shit. No, fuck off, Vodafone. I hate these fucking ads like that. Ugh. Right, and yeah, that's gonna now be in my browser history, even though I tell it do not track my browser history. Stupid site that manages everything is like, oh, you have to have, recommendations based on your viewing and cookies, even though you can still run adverts, but not based on my viewing experience, but that's another video. Anyway, so Android 4.4, 4-inch touchscreen. The annoying thing about the touchscreen is my older phone, which isn't a smartphone, it's just a touchscreen. I like flip phones, so they're protected. This is going to be even more annoying because it's a smartphone that isn't protected, and I don't want to take it about because it's just going to get scratched up and not used. And with the touch phone features, you can't set up it to track based on your preferences. My old one, you can personalise it, and it's got touch in the top corner, the bottom corners, and the middle, and it will basically know where you're touching. This, half the time it clicks where you're not touching because it's calibrated to something else. Calibration was the word I was looking for. There's no calibration feature on this, and the other smartphone I have, well, not smartphone, touchscreen I have, has calibration. That's not even a smartphone, so the fact that I can calibrate to my touch and it will recognise my touches and not be really shit for typing anything. Whereas this, if you try to type anything, it's really, really shit, and the calibration's often too high. It's like above where I'm actually touching by a significant standard, and it's just not right. So 2-megapixel camera, autofocus, self-timer. Some of the built-in apps and stuff are quite useful, like the photo editing software, which is why my old stuff on my PC is looking very out of date, and it's like, maybe I should get some more updated photo software, because the features that I can do on a smartphone, it'd be nice to be able to do that in photo editing software as well. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, it's a big regret on the purchase because the processor, it's like dual core 1 gigahertz, but it can't even run Onion Force. It can barely run any games without crashing. It's like it just exits out. I mean, it can run the games, it just exits out of them for no reason, even though you're actively playing them, and it just doesn't make sense. And I don't know why it does that. There's no feature to turn it off going back to the menu. It's apparently an overload when, it's too much for the processor, but, these games aren't really hyper-intensive games, and it's struggling and just exiting back out to essentially this phone's overlay, which is not right. It's a bit stupid. So, standard Steam, 4GB internal memory, so you can store a lot of photos, some videos, games and apps without needing to buy a thing. But, I mean, you can't install Hearthstone. I mean, you'd think there's enough room, but it didn't want to install it. Maybe it's just not big enough. Yeah, right, 393 hours of standby time? No. It will run out of battery way before then. It will last about 4 days not touching it. Not doing anything. That's the standby sign. And that's on power save. So, bullshit, is it? 393. It's not 10 days. That's way over 10 days. That's... No, nowhere near. Google, proprietary web browsers, yes, built-in email and all shit. You can't uninstall Facebook. You have to have Facebook installed even if you don't want it on your phone, because I don't want it on my phone. You know, I could use Facebook on my PC. I don't want a million notifications while I'm going around. No, you know, if I'm out the house, I'm out the house. And so yeah, micro SD, virtual QWERTY keyboards. It's, you know, a bit shit. It's tiny. It's not really QWERTY, and well, it's QWERTY layout, but you know, you can't type or anything with it, especially on the phone, so what's the point? You know? It's like USB mass storage. Yeah, it's like a mass storage device. Right, so there's a radio, there's music player, there's games via Google Play in the App Store, obviously. Video, 30 FPS, you know, as it states. Quad bands, 4G, you know, wireless tethering. The usual sort of stuff you expect: USB cable, hands-free headset, quick start guides. But I don't know, it's got 3 stars, and I think it's 3 stars for a reason. Because if you're gonna buy it to play games, no, it's just not gonna work for games or apps. You know, it'll work for maybe Instagram or the most basic of apps, but in that case, you might as well buy a cheap tablet pre-owned. I mean, I'm not going to use it as a phone. It's going to get scratched up to shit. It's, you know, what's the point in buying it new if my phone already does that? It can barely run any apps. You know, sure, it was 20 quid and not hundreds. And I expected it to be able to run and play games and do what it claimed, but it cannot. And you know, I'm left highly disappointed. And it's just £20 wasted for me, especially for the whole reason of buying it was to be able to do the review for this game that I got the code for, that I accidentally applied for, and I can't even do that because it's a pile of shit. What I can play is this other game that I didn't apply to, that I got sent in the inbox of my YouTube. They just left the code there. So yeah, Arcade Math Game Pro. I mean, it's a free game as well as the pro game, but it's stupid, and you'll see that I've got 91 points. Hang on. Right, let's get closer without ripping my headphones out. Can you focus, please, camcorder? 91 points. But because I've not attached it to my Facebook, because fuck doing that. I mean, you know, I do not want to attach it to my Facebook. That would be stupid. And clearly a lot of people haven't done that. And that's with the really, really, really shitty touch typing. Right, you'll see the 8th in the world is 90 points, so I would be 8th. And I have problems with the way that this... Half the time you touch something and it doesn't register your touches. You click and you click and you click and you push down and you break the screen and you feel the feedback of it going, no, you're pushing too hard, and it still isn't registering your button pushes. So yeah, with that, I could easily be number 1 on that score if only it registered by clicks, because you do maths and sorted. But no, you spend half the time going, send the number, enter, send it, and it's like, no, it's not having it. So, you know, you can't even play the most basic of app. That is literally the most basic of app. It's add or take away or multiply or divide numbers and give the answer, and you literally push in on a calculator number and then press an enter. So it's like type in your answer, enter, type in your answer, enter as quick as you can, and you lose so much time because you just go enter, 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 send. And it's like, oh, now I'll do it. It's like, fuck's sake. You know, you've got 9 seconds to do the math and send the thing at this life, and then it's like half the time you're wasting going, I've pushed this button, I've pushed this number, I've pushed the enter, and you're still not having it. So, you know, it's most frustrating as that. But, you know, I guess some of the photo editing isn't too bad. I mean, I guess I'll show off something that I edited together, sort of. Right, let's go into the gallery just so you've got an idea of what is going on. And yes, some things aren't for the world to see. Other things, that's not so bad. What should we put? Let's put my snowman. So basically, stitching together some photos. Sure, that's not the most apt use of the thing, but you know, it's just basically you click the photos and it throws them together, and you can sort out something from there. So it's a pretty cool feature. And then there's the Boku thing, which is basically circle blurring. So you know, doing that around food on shitty plates that are annoying. I want my circle plates back that my family nicked. Because you can microwave circle plates. You cannot microwave a gigantic square plate. And it goes clunk, 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 and you end up with one side that's cooked and burns and the other side that's doing nothing. So, yeah. If I'm going to do apps, I need a better phone, and I'm not going to waste money on it. I mean, for what, a £2.50 game? No, I mean, that I accidentally applied for. I don't think so. I mean, you know, I spent 20 quid on the phone, so I thought, hey, you know, that should do it, and it wouldn't be worth, you know, it wouldn't be too bad spending 20 quid. But now I've spent 20 quid, I'm not going to waste another however much it'll cost to get a better phone that would run the things, or even a tablet, because I mean, what, you could get a tablet easily 20-30 quid. But I thought, hey, you know, a phone might be better. Was I mistaken? Jesus Christ. But hey, what can you do? Dual core 1 GHz. You should have thought that that would be able to run a very, very simple app game. Clearly not. 'Cause, like I said, it exits back out to the main overlay menu. There's not a lot to do. So yeah, right. I've ranted on enough about this. So that's Vodafone First Smart 6. It's not available anymore, apparently, in the site, but it was for sale in shops. You know, you might find it in the shops again. And again, it was supposed to be £18. They charged me £20. So I don't know what is going on there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.